Hello, friends. Welcome, YouTube viewers. We're on stream. We're gonna do a team review kind of game for the Dire. We're gonna start with the draft. Let's speed up a little bit. This is RD2L, so we gotta actually. I'll say this real quick. We gotta consider a couple different things. One, there is a variety of MMRs in this team. Probably 2 players, maybe even higher than me. Probably Immortal players. That's usually how Immortal or RD2L works, and then it drops down. But everyone has like a limited hero pool, stuff like that. So we can't, like, I don't want to be too nitpicky on the draft because I know there's only a certain limit. AA opener, typically very strong right now. Good hero. Very flexible. You don't have to go for magic damage lineup, but you can. Shuts down a lot of things like Morphling, Timber, Huskar. Let's see, Mars is a popular ban. I don't know if Bounty Hunter's like a player-specific thing. I don't think he's like terribly broken in this meta. Should be fine. Clock and Warlock are pretty meta. Let's see, an Ogre response. Ogre, you could lane against AA if you want. Ogre doesn't really care about AA. Slardar. Slardar will destroy AA if he gets on top of him. But AA is the second longest range hero in the game, so you can kind of keep some distance. Then we picked Luna. I like the Luna AA combo a lot because Luna has mixed damage, so you get the magic damage amp value from AA, but then AA with his long attack range benefits a lot from Luna's passive. So I really like this opener. It does kind of reveal your carry right off the bat, but I think Luna's a pretty safe bet in a way, and you can kind of start to ban out for her. And you already see what's likely to be the offlaner here in Slardar. Though I will say Luna happens to be one of the really short-ranged heroes who Slardar, they practically have the same range. So that can be a downside because you typically, a good response to Slardar is to just like stay really far away and not let him be close enough to bash. Luna has a bit of trouble with that. See, ban out some heroes Luna doesn't want to deal with. Ooh, Rubik pickup. All right, this could be a little worrisome for someone like AA because you can be lifted into the bash and killed. So you do have to be like very careful on your positioning with Rubik. All right, mid or one of these two is probably mid. Or maybe a Slardar carry. The last RD2L team I was on, however many years ago on, we did Slardar carry. DK third pick. DK doesn't care too much about, like, I don't know. In a way, he's like losing a bunch of armor, but you can also say he has a bunch of armor to not care about the Slardar ult. I do feel I have a slight worry that the stun is an incredible steal for Rubik. I'm a little worried about that. But I guess there's other things to be stealing as Rubik anyways. I think Lina... Well, I was thinking if you could switch the Lina and DK pickup, because Lina gives you some flexibility between like 4 and 2, but in a way, Dragonite's also flexibility between 2 and 3. So I really like this combo that you've picked here. I don't know if I would have swapped it or not. I'd have to think longer on it, but I don't think it's like, I don't know, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But I like this draft a lot so far. I feel like a lot of it matches well with AA. My one worry is AA, Lina, both very long-ranged heroes, but they don't, like, start things as supports. They don't, like, roam and gank so much. Lina, maybe a little bit, but it's hard. You know, you're, like, you could have to, like, walk up and then land a Light Strike array. That's not the easiest thing to do as a ganker. DK could be an active mid or off lane, so I do like that. And I'm hoping the last pick, whatever it is, will also help offer that like catch, that start. So for example, like Puck, I think could be pretty cool. Although I don't know how Puck does against. I think Puck could just buy like a Yules, right, to deal with Silencer. But I think that could be cool. Although that would leave to be a fairly squishy lineup. Maybe someone else. Someone else to be like a bit more initiation. Hey, Lemonelli. Yeah. No, we are fresh doing each one. Though this one is going to be a little unique. We're going to do a bit of a team review. Maybe it'll be on YouTube. Okay, you guys ended up picking the Invoker. So you're going to have to do off lane, a very active off lane DK. Because I think you guys might have trouble starting stuff with the other heroes. Now we're going to load into the game, I think, before we think about overall game plan. A TA is a classic counter pick versus Invoker. And you guys don't have the greatest ways to break her refraction. So like on AA, I think the shard is really important this game to break refraction charges. Because Lina, she doesn't, you know, like all her spells do one instance of damage and then she attacks. Invoker, Meatball maybe, but like besides that, Urn also has some benefit, but Invoker we can expect to have like a really rough start, and like if the TA outplays him, which the matchup does lean towards her. So I think not as bad as it used to be. It used to be like super one-sided, but now that it doesn't count for denies, it's a little bit easier for him. You know, we'll free cam this, why not? Because we are kind of looking at it as a team, and let's just look at the dire vision then because of it. I think you guys only want to go for like 2. Just not want to trade with Ogre, just wants to run away. All right, so let's think about laning plans real quick. It'll be hard to keep up with all the lanes, but just to lay it out roughly. Oh, actually, so is it carry Silencer? I forgot to... Okay, yeah, it is carry Silencer. That's kind of cool. Pure damage against the DK. That's pretty fun. You want DK to get to 6, and then you guys want to start doing stuff around DK. Lina DK versus Ogre Silencer should be possible to win that lane, but Ogre is a little hard to bully out. I mean, so is DK, so it might be fine. Up here, Luna can jungle really early. I don't think she strictly has to, but that will be an option for you. So as much as possible, if you can find time to like stack some stuff, that could be good. Now something we do want to consider is that TA is going to start jungling pretty early. Oh, something you can give a shot to. I mean, obviously not this game, but TA will make use of the small camp really early. So if you want to, as a hard support, to run over here, or actually you're the Luna, but whatever. If you want someone on your team to get a sentry and block this camp right off the bat and put it like up here in this corner, you can possibly get a D ward. It'll last long enough till she hits 6, but honestly, she should have to buy a sentry or someone buy it for her and then D ward this. But that'll slow her down a little bit. And playing against TA, it's all about slowing her down. Like this draft is heavily on this TA to kind of do well and like kind of go from there. That's why I'm already thinking about like shutting her down a bit. Like core Silencer takes a while to scale up. So like if you can shut down the TA, I think you guys have a strong window to like do stuff and take the lead and win from there. And then like keeping these camps blocked, or at least like a deep ward to scout it out. That's like team oriented wise what I'm thinking about. I don't care who does it. It's probably going to be a support, but like I want to slow down this TA because I feel like if she's slowed down, we can do enough with a DK. We can take towers. Because I mean, look at their D push. They have a Slardar, they have Ogre. Like they're not great at it. Rubik's okay at it with Fade Bolt. Silencer has no like natural wave clear. TA's got great wave clear, but she doesn't want to be like defending towers. So I think if you can start making like keep her slowed down enough that she can't just like go around solo killing people, or like if she's strong enough to like happily join team engagements so early because she knows she can get a bunch of kills, then you're in like a really bad spot. So like that's why we want to slow her down and then just like push towers is what I would try to go for. And Luna will like participate if she has her ultimate, but otherwise you can like leave her to jungle and try to hit this timing where Luna has had a good enough game. Like it doesn't even have to be like incredible. It's just like a decent game, and then you've slowed down the TA. Silencer is slow to ramp up, and then you just have like a Luna who is stronger than both those cores, and then all you have to worry about there is like if we break the refraction charges on TA, she's actually a very fragile hero, and Luna will sweep up the rest. Let's see. I expect the mid to lose, but hopefully it won't be too one-sided. DK getting bullied out because of this W harass. You'll probably need a lot of regen in this lane, even though it's a DK. I'm not too worried about the laning stage, actually, honestly, because there's a lot of individual stuff that everyone has to like worry about, and it's very easy to miss that stuff. So actually, let's jump forward. I kind of want to like, yeah, this is around the time where like team stuff actually starts to matter, because like up to this point, it's kind of just like laning, and the video would get super long if we tried to like in-depth tell everyone each lane what to look at. So I'm gonna skip forward a bit. I hope you guys don't mind. Let me know. But let's take a quick recap where we are here at like 7.5 minutes. So Slardar's getting a little bit more than I would expect him to. I think Luna and AA can win that lane. This is honestly not bad. Like, Invoker's supposed to lose, in my opinion. And so, like, the fact that he's only about 500 behind, not too bad. And in the bottom lane, Silencer's winning. DK, a little behind, too. Okay, so Radiant is off to a good start here. We would want to be doing a little bit better in some of these side lanes, I would say. Although maybe this Silencer kill? I'm a big fan of 2 points in Light Strike Array. We said this earlier in a replay, but yeah, I like this a lot. Especially because you're going to make a lot of plays with the DK, like the double stuns together. I think is super nice. Plus, then you have this Quas Wex Invoker coming in with EMP, and those stuns alone guarantee that he's going to get it. Yeah. Ooh. This is a very greedy build. I'm kind of down for it. I kind of think you don't need glaives, though, so early. I think you just hold those points, because otherwise you're like always going to push. That might be why Slardar ended up getting more from this lane than he should have. I think you just hold this. Like, even if you're going to skip it, I think 1 point, and you literally don't use mana right now. You know, I think at least one value point in Lucian Beam to try to secure CS, or to like casually harass for 75 damage, I guess, and like a brief mini stun, which is not too bad with someone who's going for cold feet. You know, I think at least 1 point is really useful. And then you hold glaives until you jungle, because I'm pretty sure you only need, now that they changed glaives, you only need 1 point to actually jungle. Obviously more points helps, but this build means you're just shoving the lane and then jungling each time, which eventually you can do, and maybe this is the point to do it, but I kind of feel like you didn't, I don't know, maybe you just pick those points or something, but I think it's a bit of a waste not to have at least 1 point in Lucian Beam. All right, TA's taking this. Are we taking bottom? DK 6 yet? DK's not 6 yet, so I don't think Invoker needs to come down here quite yet. Like, say you you gank him, you take a fight. No way. You can't really take a tower without Dragon Form. So I'd say that rotation happened a little too soon. Looks like your build was planned to like jungle right away, but I don't know if you had to. Like, I think you guys can like do okay against the Slardar. DK6 yet? Okay, DK6. I want people down here. I want us to like do stuff. If not now, then in the next like minute when the catapults spawn. How is this catapult actually still alive? What the heck? Did they pull with that catapult? How is that thing alive? The next one's about to spawn. I want dragon form. I want to use it. I need help. DK can't just ult and go. So like imagine if like one other hero was down here. Yeah, like this should have happened a little sooner, honestly. Like 3 creeps died before dragon form got used almost. But you want some other heroes down here a little faster because I want this tower to fall. I want TA to be punished for jungling. She's just going to jungle right now. She's not going to do other stuff. Maybe she rotates, and that honestly, that's fine. If she rotates instead of jungling, that's fine. Yeah, this is a little late. I think, especially because Luna has built 2 jungle, AA should ditch top and go down here and be part of this push here and try to take this tower really quickly and make use of this first dragon form ult. And then if everyone is here fast enough from just like walking or something, or maybe a couple TPs, but then like DK and Lina, who started down here, can just TP to the other lanes. Like you shouldn't lose too much of your own map pressure if you're fast enough on this play. Looks like AA tried to stay top, but for this reason, you kind of want to ditch top. You want to like take this tower so fast that you then have teams to rotate up here and protect it, as opposed to trying to solo defend it without any wave clear. Like AA just doesn't have wave clear until he has the shard. Lina could maybe try to defend it because she has 3 points in Dragon Slave, but it's honestly still pretty hard. All right, so catapult's about to die. So like, I feel like we mistimed this a little bit in 2 ways. We could have gone for one or the other. We could have either A, waited a minute for the catapults to come in and then use dragon form on that wave, or this wave right here, which we can see we're now 40 seconds off from. Or if we had the other heroes rotate in a little sooner, then we could have made a Dragon Knight push with the creeps we had and with like 4 heroes down here, even though we don't have a catapult wave. But like the heroes didn't come down quite soon enough and AA didn't join in, and then like we still went for that timing, but now like they were able to hold off 3 versus 2 kind of deal. And then now DK, like now it's the catapult wave, but we don't have Dragon Knight form or Dragon ult. So it just feels a little awkward. Sentries should be like, there should be a bunch of sentries mid, by the way. It should pretty much be a sentry war here, because TA will just kill you if you don't. And we kind of talked about stopping this TA, and I noticed all these wards. Who's invading your jungle with this? You know, is it TA? TA is not going to invade your jungle. She's going to farm her own jungle, pretty much. We don't have anything down here. We have this one, which is kind of nice. But like, if you just bring 3 or 4 heroes down here, you don't need to see too much. And well, actually, I don't want to say that, but like, I don't know, maybe we missed it, but I think these should be like warded or blocked in some way. I don't think TA is being sufficiently slowed down. Plus, TA is like their high immortal player. That is the one you want to like really be keeping an eye on and shutting down. This is kind of the start we expected a TA to have. Luna's not too far behind, though. This is still, like, decent for what we were talking about. Like, imagine if TA was slightly slowed down, like our theoretical game plan. Here's the silencer. Let's say TA is further down. Let's say, like, 1,000 down, because you emphasize a bit more blocking the camp, slowing her down. Then Luna's on pace to, like, win this game. We're trying to take these. Yeah, don't be afraid to use abilities to shove these in. Lina can honestly take the last hits. I don't care. We just want to get to this tower as fast as possible. This is exactly why. Like, we waited a little too long, and now there's, like, a bunch of heroes down here. They had time to, like, rotate in. Okay. TA rotated so we can just ditch. As soon as like TA and a bunch of heroes come here, we just all get out. And you need to be like shoving in top right now. You don't have time to do this camp. You need to be here right away. This camp will exist when you come back. No, where are you going? They rotated so many heroes bottom. You have to go top. Your team is so sad. This is like the beauty of this play, is when they rotate in a bunch of heroes, it may not be the tower you want, but you get top tower. So you get a tower through this play. And if they don't rotate that many heroes, then DK takes a tower bottom. So this is like the second part of that team movement, is that Luna has to come up here and take this. Like, you just, let's go back. So we kill that camp. If you want to come here and try to stack, I don't mind. But then you immediately need to be killing these, because if you wait much longer, you don't know how many... We saw them use a couple teleports to defend that first push. But we don't know if anyone else used it earlier fully. I mean, kind of because we're skipping around a bit. But like, that's why you got to go as fast as possible. We saw a bunch of heroes bottom. We still see them bottom. The longer you wait, the more likely it is someone will be able to defend this. So you have to push us in as quickly as possible. And as soon as you see people rotating in, you can ditch it and then farm this. But you have like a full minute plus to get to this camp. But the longer you wait on this push, the more likely you are to not get any tower damage in. And so like right now, you went back to jungling, but you should be right here. And just to like emphasize this point, let's switch to all vision. Like, this is exactly what I would expect. They're all on the bottom half of the map, because literally it was a 5-man rotation for this tower. So this top tower needs to be pressured. So this creep wave should be dying. And if you had like stayed here with the creeps, you should be pushing into this tower right now. I would even tank the enemy creeps a little bit for my own creeps. Tank them, kill this creep wave, and you should be pushing this tower with 3 creeps here, with the 4 coming in. And that is literally enough creeps for you to kill this tower. If no one TPs in right away, you would take this tower, because you're a Luna, and you have Mask of Madness, and you have 7 creeps. Silencer TPs in, but he should have missed at least 3 creeps, 4 creeps at this point to the tower, killing him. And as soon as you see the TP, you back out. Hey, look at that. You farmed this at 1302. It's 1348. You'd have time to farm this, stack the small camp, and then like go back and farm it again. Something like that. Whatever. You're farming something here. It doesn't matter. But the point is, this tower would have been pressured, and Silencer didn't even need to TP here, because you didn't like push this in far enough. Someone could have just walked here. Someone could have never responded here. But if you had pushed it in, it would have forced a rotation up here, and that means you guys can repeat bottom now. You can now DK push down here, and someone can't join. Luna could TB down here, and you guys can now 5-man down here. Something like that. But pressuring that top tower was a big part of, like, team movements there. So I think that was pretty important to emphasize. I'm not sure if I've seen you use your ultimate yet on Luna. I feel like that can be part of your team movements as well. It's like joining in on a fight, ulting, and then going back to farming. Silencer kill. Okay, honestly, pretty good. I'll trade Luna for TA. And then a bunch of other bonus stuff. All right. Yeah, turn around. Turn around. Get in here. Shove this. Everyone blow your spells. I don't care. Get in here as fast as possible. So look, by the time we get here, potentially 3 heroes could be here to defend. But if we win here, what do we have? Lina. Pop all spells on this next creep wave. Stun and Dragon Slave. Stun it too. Stun it too. I want to be here as fast as possible. Do we have a sentry? Sentry here, because TA, this is what TA does. While she's gone and while they're dead, we need to win the sentry war mid. Remove her traps, because they'll kill your creeps. Kind of like this. So this just happened a little too late. You could honestly fortify this wave. This tower needs to fall off of that team fight. This guy's killed 4 heroes. Okay, we got it. But it was like slightly slower than it could have been. Like as soon as you win a fight, shove as fast as possible. Don't care about who cakes the last hits. Lina throw out her spells. They're all dead. You don't need spells to defend. You know, you just need to get there as fast as possible. Okay, we got the mid tower though. Next is bottom. Looks like bottom's falling. I don't think you actually need 5 heroes for this. So this seems like a little bit of an overcommitment. I think someone could be top a bit. I think you are going to lose the Roshan. It's always a worry when there's a TA. But that's kind of connected to this tower too. So like, I do think you guys need to heal up, but I think Luna takes this tower on her own, or at least forces a rotation down here on her own. And I think the rest of you do probably need to stay up here. It's easy to say in hindsight now, because honestly, I also forgot a little bit in the middle of all this, but you should generally start to keep an eye on Roshan around this time against a TA and against a Slardar. So if you had 4 heroes up here, keeping vision up here, maybe TA doesn't get this Roshan and Luna gets this tower. And if anyone has to respond down here to Luna, then they're probably not doing Roshan. Okay, but they did get Aegis, and honestly, kind of expected for them to have it at some point. So now we probably want to just avoid fights for a bit. Keep a note of the time. Around 23 or 22 minutes, we can start to fight again. So we're just going to try to dodge, and we don't have Luna's ult anyways right now. DK's ult's a little behind. So we're just kind of waiting. But honestly, this pace is not too bad for you guys. You guys don't know the actual gold values in the game, but like Luna is on pace to be like, if we slow down TA any more than what's happened in this game, we would be like on pace for that theoretical plan we listed earlier. Luna will out carry a slow ramping up silencer carry and a slowed down TA mid. We are close to this point though where it could go either way now, especially if they make great use of this Aegis. That's why we just want to pressure where they're not. I kind of think you guys should be bottom, or at least some of you. Looks like Lina is drawing it a bit, because we see a bunch of them top, and you guys are like not here yet. Now we're getting here. You know we don't want to fight 4 of them here, but like we can get in our own tier 2 pressure in the meantime. And now it's 4 of them taking 1 lane while we farmed 1 lane here and 1 lane here. You're actually getting more. You're going to lose the tower probably, and you may not get one yourself, but resource-wise, you're actually ahead. So like I think all of you should be in their jungle a bit right now, farming this stuff. DK should be like pushing in 1 tower with his ult, and then dodge again. When they come to rotate, get out. Now they're coming. This is why it's really important to do this as soon as possible. As soon as you see them starting to move top, you need to be like at their towers, because otherwise they won't respond. If they do leave their own push to respond to you, perfect. You all just leave now. All right, Invoker pushing top. That's good. We got 4 staff. I think the shard's really important to break refraction, but also to break Slardar blink. I think it's a really good shard game. I think getting it as soon as possible would be really good. Also, they're on track to like start trying to push your lanes a bit with their TA, and so the extra wave clear from Ice Vortex would be really powerful. 4 staff I think is a fine item, but I would prioritize the shard here. I think it's kind of important for the overall team game plan to not die on this Aegis. And your team just doesn't have enough wave clear, I feel like. Safe wave clear. Let me clarify that. Luna has to walk pretty far in to hit things and wave clear them. Invoker's got like Tornado, Meatball. Dragonites isn't the best. Lina's it's got like decent, you know? But we need to kill those creep waves super fast. Yeah, you guys are just a little slow on this. Let's go back real quick, because I was kind of talking about random stuff. Keep an eye on the minimap. Actually, even further back. Okay, so let's watch the minimap. Oh, you literally see 5 going bottom. And that means immediately shove in top. So the lines are being drawn. I think that's good. But then, like, someone backed away. Who was this? Lena backed away. Lena needs to keep shoving this in. Just, like, blow all the spells here. And then get away. And then it has to keep going. So now they're all down here. You guys kind of up here, but I think you should be, like, in here. You see all of them there. You should be, like, further into their half, taking their farm. Because once they rotate... Let me see, how do I say this? Once they rotate here, like, they're taking the tier 2. You guys are taking this tier 1. Maybe not the greatest in the world, but they will come to defend this tower. And when they do, that's when you have to get out. So that's why you need to be here now, taking their farm, and then when they rotate, you back into your half, and then you farm your half. But just now, like, you had 4 on your half, 1 guy up here, and that means when they rotate to defend this, and they start moving out, and you're afraid to be on the map, you've already farmed everything on your half of the map, and you're like, I don't know what to do. But that's why, while you know where they are, you need to, like, take the dangerous farm, and then fall back to, like, relatively safe farm. Yeah, this game is long. Holy crap. We have another 40 minutes. We're going to have to speed up. Otherwise, this video will be ages. Let's just go back to your own vision. This warding is pretty well spread out, though. Aegis... Oh, guys, that was beautiful timing. I love it. I love it. Let's slow down. TA dead immediately. DK gonna fall pretty quickly here. Luna ult coming in. That was incredible timing. Who is your Roche timer? Commend that. Who's the Roche timer? Because you know not everyone does it. All right, great team fight, and you guys are pushing straight down. Great. So I want to take this moment to emphasize this is exactly why you need to play a stall out game against early pushing lineups. So the way we even saw it, right? We saw them all group up here, all group up bottom because they had Aegis. What that means is you just can't fall too far behind in that time. You're willing to sacrifice some towers as long as you keep up in resources by farming 2 lanes. Because eventually the Aegis will expire. Eventually, the 5-man death lineup will come to the high ground. And when you win a single fight, you will then equalize on towers. Because the game will have reached the point where everyone is strong enough. When they are starting to deathman at like 15 minutes, they need 5 heroes to take a tier 2 tower. At this stage of the game, 5 minutes later, Luna can solo take a tower, let alone if 5 heroes are here. So this is why when you're behind in those kind of games, and in this game here, what they did was pretty good, trying to like push out other lanes while the enemy team grouped up, and then their timing was perfect on this fight, and now they're going to make up for all the towers they had to sacrifice to get to this point. And the biggest, I don't know, there's probably bigger mistakes, but one of the biggest mistakes you can make against a death ball lineup is to feel like, we've got to defend this tier 2, you lose everyone, and they get this massive lead to the point where you can't win this kind of fight and then come back to it. Or they win such a huge fight here, they take your high ground. What the Dire did here was really solid. What Radiant could have done better, I think they didn't need to like 5-man so heavily. I think they had enough of a lead that they can split up a little bit more. Or maybe they can back off a little sooner here. I don't think they expected to literally have a fraction of a second when Aegis expired. That timing again was immaculate. But like, I don't know. I don't think they could have strictly forced it harder. Maybe they could. Like honestly, TA with Deso and Aegis probably could poke high ground a bit. Like in that first push, I believe they came to this tier 1, tier 2 first. Maybe you could make a case where like a bloodlusted TA pressures this high ground right away. But I'm not 100% sure on that. That's like I don't have enough experience in like organized games. I think that's something they could have considered though. Lena's the timer. Nice. Shout out to Lena. Okay, we're in a perfectly fine spot now as the Dire. We just wait for all our cooldowns. Team plan again. Let's think about what's gonna happen. Roshan expired. We took that incredible team fight, and Roshan is gonna respawn. So actually, something that was missed out here, as part of this push here, are my support players. Looks like we don't have any wards on us. Would have liked to have some kind of ward here to place a deep ward now. While they're all dead, it's safe to be up here. You want to place a weird ward now, because you know Roshan's going to be an objective in the next 5 minutes. So we can go ahead and set the wards up now. De-ward all their stuff in this area. Make them place another ward, another bunch of sentries. But I personally think the team should prioritize getting some vision up here. And kind of protect it. So this one's pretty good. This is fun, but we want something on their half somewhere. I don't even care where. It can be lower down here. It can be here. It can be up here. But we want something up here to make the Roche fight a little bit easier. I'm going for Halberd. I kind of think BKB might be better. But I don't know. I don't play enough offlane DK to be 100% sure. Ooh, we do have a gem. I like that a lot. I kind of think AA sits further back than Lena, and AA has the high ground checking spell, so maybe AA should just take the gem. But right now, I think everyone should play top and mid and try to like push in. And in fact, if you could even have held their triangle, that would have been really good until Roche spawns. Ooh, what happened here? Smoke gank? Maybe? Did anyone else see like plus 4,000 pop over her head? What was that? Is that a bug? Yeah, when they're all missing like this, so from your vision, everyone's missing. Actually, I think you guys saw the smoke. Ooh, I don't know if you guys saw that smoke or not. But if you did see that smoke, you want to either sacrifice a support to tank that. So like AA comes stand in this trees. And when like AA walks here, places Ice Vortex around here. Because when they smoke, they're probably going to like come through here, one of these areas. So hopefully you see the smoke pop through the Ice Vortex and immediately just TP out. Or you die. Oh well, you're a support. If you have buyback, I didn't have buyback. Does Lena? None of the supports have buybacks. This is a really important time not to die because Roshan could start to spawn really soon. So I think coming out here when you potentially knew they smoked was really bad. Even if you didn't know they smoked and we look at the minimap, like where are they? It should be really careful, even like on your half of the map, for a carry to take point. You just want to be really careful until you see a couple more heroes. So we see TA down here, but like I still need to see like at least one other hero. And that's kind of what happened. I think you kind of felt it, but like you still ended up a little too close. I would just air on the side further back. Let a support walk. Like if he had shard, let AA walk up. Ice shard that, you know, perfect. You accomplish everything that needed to happen, which is to push out lanes, and AA gets jumped maybe. Who cares about AA? This smoke seems very... like, where's my Luna? She's dead, 40 seconds. I wouldn't smoke here. This is very scary. Okay, whoever's fastest has to run bottom, shove this in, and then make your way top to prepare for Roshan. So actually what the enemy team is doing right now is really good. If you look at their stuff, they are doing what we were explaining earlier. They're setting up this incredible vision up here. This TA traps combined with this ward is really good. I would say this ward's a little too common. Though you guys bought a really early gem, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But I'd say this is one of the first spots to check. I'd put it somewhere weirder, maybe. But yeah, the only thing they could do better maybe is like have some vision down here or over here. But this is kind of what we wanted to accomplish for the Dire side, is to have this kind of like deep vision over here in preparation of Roche. So like Invoker shoves in bottom and then can TP top if you guys can like make your way up there. Maybe he TPs here and runs and he's super fast. Ooh, okay, see Roshan, you immediately need to group up. I think this is enough pushing bottom that Invoker and DK should start making their way back, and you guys can consider a smoke play. and push up. Everyone should start, especially the support, should start saving for buyback. You know, Roshan's up. I think you guys are just not, I don't know. You guys need to like make your way up here. You guys are still like really scared back here, but you guys got to get together and smoke if you have to, but like start to move your way to Roshan. Looks like a fight's gonna break out here. There's the gem. Silencer, please die. Okay, so why were you guys here? I think your guys' team fight is not too bad, especially if you guys have BKBs. Like, BKBs mean you ignore Silencer. That's kind of why I think DK needed a BKB instead of this halberd. Oh, I guess he wouldn't have it yet anyways. But, okay, well, that kind of changes a bit. I really feel like right here, I don't know. I don't know why you guys are like so far up here when like Roshan is the next most, like the most important objective that's gonna happen. I think you guys just shouldn't be down here. I think you should all be together, like not literally like clumped together, you know, but like in the same chunk. You guys were kind of like in a line like this, which led to like some pickoffs. But if like you're closer together and staying in this area, then I think the fight can potentially go better for you. All right. Are we all rushing over? You know, because you guys have to rush over. They have the advantage of having better vision. You guys need to take the time to de-ward. Looks like they are going to still respect it and back off. Smoke up. Caught here again. All right. I think something you guys need to think about is how to position as a group when you're worried about smokes and stuff like that. You need to bait someone. Someone's got to be your smoke breaker. You'll hear this a lot from announcers casting games where it's like, oh, look at how he's positioned, he's like breaking the smoke, what a good play, stuff like that. That's what's missing here is you guys are scared of where they are, so everyone is playing cautious, but someone needs to position at these like choke points where smokes commonly walk through to die for the smoke or to pop the smoke and then get out, hopefully, you know. So like DK with the blink, what if he stands right here behind this tree and the smoke comes this way? He sees the smoke break because he has the ward, and then he blinks out immediately. If you're the Slardar here whose smoke breaks, I don't know. Is the guy like anywhere around here or like here? I don't know. Actually, he knows it's on the high ground somewhere. But yeah, once the smoke's broken, then you're confident to move out again. And I think you guys are like scared because of the smoke, but then still positioned in a way that the smoke can get to you. So you guys need to like start positioning on some of these high grounds, or if it's like too late to position up here, then you got to get like all the way back to your own high ground and like counter smoke or something, and keep an eye on Roshan with like Sunstrike and AA blast and stuff. Okay, they should go get Rosh now. There it is. This one will be around 34 minutes. This timer seems off. I don't know. They have Aegis. Yeah, just wait high ground. I mean, not like literally on high ground, but like, I don't know. This is like positioning up here, but I don't know for what. I think you just want to fight on your own high ground. And just lost a lot of spells, and now they're coming up here. That's kind of scary. AA going for a Solar Crest. I really think AA needs the shard this game. Ah! Okay, TA up kind of deep. Wait, did she lose the Aegis earlier? Silencer's got the Aegis. I don't don't know about that. In general, I think whoever's going to be the high ground hitter should have the Aegis, and in my opinion, that's the TA here. Peculiar, to say the least. All right, go. Let's go. Where's everyone? Come on, get up here. Let's go find them. Let's go kill people. TA's dead for a minute. You guys can go high ground. All right, you guys gotta place like one deep ward in this time and maybe get the Slardar now. That was like a really big mistake to die like that. Oh, let's go. All right, I want one deep ward somewhere. I don't even care where. Let's not even worry about that. I would probably put it on the top half of the map though, because Roshan will be there in the future. But in the meantime, like, it doesn't really matter. Just some kind of deep ward while they're all dead. So see, you get here as TA is dead after a bit of detouring, finding other heroes and stuff like that. So if you guys had actually just run straight down mid, I think you could have forced high ground. I know they have Aegis though, so you're probably still like a little hesitant. Bambo hit her with the raid. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Oh, hang on. We got a team fight going on. Actually, whatever. We can just pause. All right. Let's see. What was just happening? You guys pushed up high ground. I would just get out. I think you guys maybe stayed even a little too long. Up to here was good. And then as this fortification right here, I'm just out. Just get out. Right now we're reviewing an RD2L game. Yeah, this just stayed a little too long. I know Slardar is only respawning right now, but that doesn't mean you guys are here. You know, Slardar just respawned, but right now he's TPing like here probably, somewhere in this area, and then he is one blink away from being in the fight. Or he's TPing back here to cut you off. I don't know. But that's why we wanted to leave a little sooner, especially once that fortification came out. We'll finish this later. It's not a huge deal. We just don't want to throw here. And you guys didn't have wards. You didn't have deep vision set up on their half. So like, I don't really want to take a fight here. I want to go back to my side. We have good vision. And when they push up, then we can take a really clean fight on our half. But this is scaring me a little bit. So we're going to lose AA. Ooh. Oh, that was... I was confused. That was Rubik's stolen Dragonite form. Okay. Some chill 5-man unranked games. Nice, nice. Now's a good time for those unranked games because of the cavern crawl and everything. Okay, so for you guys, we're relaxing. Roshan shouldn't be up yet. That is the next objective. So I feel like we've said it a lot this game, but I mean, it doesn't really change. The next objective is going to be Roshan. We need to start getting control of this area, and we really want the Roshan stuff because Roshan's got a lot of good stuff right now. So you guys want to just do what we said before. You want to make your way up here, move as a group so no one gets picked off doing this. D-ward where you think they might have vision. I don't know who's got the gem at this point. Looks like they may have kept hold of the gem. Actually, where is it? Oh, they left it in their base, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to buy another gem, but at least some sentries. And you want at least one deep ward somewhere here, because that gives you so much information to know when they're getting ready for Roche, when they have a key hero down here, you know, even if your ward's here, you see the Slardar down here, then you're not scared to push up as a group, because you know Slardar is not ready. So any kind of deep ward is helpful. Top is probably the most ideal because that's where we want to play. Okay, you see Silencer top. The others are missing, but they're probably around Silencer. Otherwise, he wouldn't feel that comfortable. And now that we see 3 of them, we actually saw... So we saw Slardar here, Silencer here, and TA here. It's kind of a line. And you have 5 heroes together. I think you can go and try to attack one of these points. And you're closest to TA's area here. I think you can look to start a fight right here because there's no way for Slardar to join. He has to run in. They are split in this whole line. Now, if you want, you could like go this way to the Slardar too. I don't really care. But like, you just saw 3 cores in 3 different parts of the map. And this isn't like, you know, the most spread out, like it could be like Slardar here, Silencer here, TA here, all the more reason to like go for a point. But like this is still enough distance. Like you're at the phase of a game where someone dies in 3 seconds. All you need is a little bit of extra time for a Slardar to not instantly blink BKB stun you guys. So like this is enough distance, especially when you have an instant stun like DK's. You have an Ice Blast, like guaranteed kill, Cataclysm, stuff like that. This is enough time to just get going and do it. So I think you could have made a play right there. As soon as the Slardar showed. He was the last piece of information I needed. To see that they were in like a line like that. Because otherwise, TA was here, Silencer was farming here. You know, 3 heroes could be right here. So I don't feel comfortable with that. But with that last piece of information, that is what instantly we go. Smoke and go. I'm kind of just like waiting as a team for that until that moment. Who's back here? This is a little weird. You guys are split up now. If anyone's going to be in the back, it should be AA because it's a global Ice Blast. Okay, you see them coming in. Usually, so this is where it's weird now. This is where you could drop a ward and a sentry, have someone position here to see if they smoke in or anything, even though you did just see them not smoked. Maybe they do smoke and come in here. And this is where you could take a good fight of them coming up high ground, except you don't have Lina. This is why I think it's really weird you split up. I'm not sure what happened here, but because Lina's not here, I think you all need to get out because 5 heroes could be coming in. And this could be about to be a 5 versus 4 fight without anyone. So what I would do, I might like try to get everyone out. Yeah, everyone's got TPs. All TP out, go top, recontrol your top jungle, and then like recontrol this Roshan area. And I think if you don't get out fast enough, you might take a very bad fight. Okay, just kidding. A couple of them went mid. I thought they were running here. Okay, you guys are all getting out. Okay, this is good. Who's running back? DK? This is scary. I think DK should TP out as well. I guess once they showed a couple mid, it was okay. But if someone's going to stay and not TP out, then that person should come down here. And now, once I see a couple of them up here, that person who stayed and risked their life and who hopefully has like BKB, or not B, sorry. If they have a teleport and buyback, that way they can get out. And if they do get caught, they buy back. They're good to go. But they stay. And once you see them all top, they continue this push down here. Because that will genuinely force someone. Right now, if this gets to their tower, they could probably just fortify and tank a bit of damage. But with a hero there, then it's super scary. They need to TP in someone. And once that person TPs in to defend, the person who was pushing up blinks away maybe, walks away, TPs up. Now you guys look for that 5v4 fight. So that's another like team opportunity there you could have looked for. So you see why this was like, hold on. I feel like this, so. Earlier, we just said, okay, they're in a line. We only need a few seconds to kill them as long as we see them a bit split out. But here, let's switch to their perspective. They don't know where you all are. And so I think it's risky to go for this because like the DK comes in right away. And I don't know, he has a blink, he was canceled by something, I guess. But like immediately we go on this Luna and 4 of the teammates are here ready to contribute and Invoker's coming in already. So like they are ready to defend Luna, and that was the difference with the other opportunity. Let's see. All the BKBs are going. Everyone just used all their stuff. Ice Blast is still available. I think you guys are stronger than them, personally. Oh, I don't know. TA's pretty good without stuff. I guess they're the lower cooldown team. But Silencer's ult is kind of a big thing. And all their BKBs are down. And you still have Ice Blast. So I feel like you can still, like, especially because Dragon Form is still up, I feel like you can, like, still delete people. Like, your worry is trying to jump on someone and they all BKB fight you. But now it's like all BKBs are down. I think, like, Blink Stun into all the Magic Burst, that's a kill. And it looks like you guys think so too, because you guys are going. Yeah, follow the DK. I think AA should Lina needs to be the follow-up stun. That's why she has like Aether Lens. Why she's like, you know, she's the upfront burst. AA's got the global ability. AA can cap this and then blast in. No? Okay, we did get TA, but like that is exactly where you want that follow-up stun to guarantee for sure we get the TA, I think. Though maybe in the same way, you also want AA to be a little closer to guarantee the Ice Blast. But I think Ice Blast, you know, it's like the shatter threshold is 13%, which is like 200, 300, 400, who knows health, depending on like the hero. But an extra like 2 seconds of stun and Luna hits like 3 times, that is the shatter percent damage of Ice Blast. So I personally prioritize the follow-up chain stuns rather than the damage for like what support stays back to cap something. Someone better have checked that and I just missed that. Because if Roshan's alive, I think you guys should do that. But looks like gonna get 1 set, maybe 2 sets. TA didn't have buyback, which kind of surprised me. This positioning is a little awkward. Should be a little more spread out, I think. Even though like she's dead, I think you still want to like default to like very safe positions. Okay, we're getting out. This is great. We literally only need to exist in the top half of the map now, top lane. So like all your ward should go into this area right here. Maybe we can go like a little further down and like 1 ward somewhere in this area. But there's no reason for us to do anything in any other lane. Winning a fight bottom or mid will not get us any objectives. All we care about is the top lane and the top objectives. And this Roshan. So like, I only want to see you guys up here. Okay. Looks like you guys are going to close this one out. They got a buyback. Did I speak too soon? Maybe. Second Cataclysm coming out. Honestly, I'm not that worried about the team fights. I was more interested in like the team movements we talked about earlier. And maybe we still have to talk about here? I'm not worried about the exact team fight breakdowns because I know that's hectic. Although as to whether you had to continue that team fight, I'm not sure. I think once you have the Slardar kill, I think once people start to buyback like this, with this Ogre buyback, this is 2 buybacks, I think you guys stop pushing up for a little bit, like reorganize. This is like a really awkward fight, don't you think? Like, how do Invoker and AA join this DK? Like, this positioning's really bad. It's their high ground. You don't have the best vision here. You don't know what vision they have. So you just back out, regroup, and then kill Ogre or Slardar. They won't have buybacks. You don't have to take this full team fight right here, which does end up being a little awkward because you don't, like, the positioning's awkward, like, the vision's like not the best. So I think like a slightly safer play would have been better. But does kind of look like now you guys are just going to wait, get the Roshan to go. Well, Lina's going to get deleted. You want to be really careful at this time. You could still, you know, you could still lose. We did, in fact, we ended up losing Roshan for this. You guys didn't get a single Roshan this game. Yeah, I think that push was a little too aggressive. We're paying the price a little bit. It should still be okay, though. You're, got 2 sets of racks. You just need to take a good fight. And who took the Aegis? I missed that. TA took the Aegis. So, like, your game plan is still fine, actually. Kill Slardar, kill Ogre, and wait for them. By AA. You specifically don't want to lose anyone like this, like random pick-offs. The AA buyback into the Ice Blast is really good. This is a really important fight, but I don't know if like you wanted to take this, but now that you guys are committed, you have to like commit. I think that's good. Slaughter's dead for such a long time. And it looks like Silencer might be next. We can probably push this further now. Any kill's good here, doesn't have to be the cores. I feel like there's been a couple times where there's not enough detection. Really need to make sure we have enough detection at this stage of the game. Especially with enough slots on some of these heroes. Go for the end. Let's go. Okay, this is pretty exciting. Good game. I'm glad we watched this one. It finally happened. So this is where we usually do no Roche is easy. Yeah. I think that would be my main takeaway. I think your team's first response to Aegis was really good. You could maybe we could have pushed it a little further, and I think I did like pick out that stuff like push sooner, stuff like that. But waiting for Aegis to expire and then fighting was incredible. Brought you guys, I don't know if you were even that far behind, but like really put you in the driver's seat of the game. And I think the main missing follow-up from that was the like not staying top enough and prioritizing defending that part of the map for Roshan. Like if you get a single Roshan that game, like the second or third one, I think it just goes way smoother, way easier. I think that was your team's biggest mistake that game. But otherwise, there's some really good stuff there too. Okay. YouTube, thanks for watching. We can keep talking about this on stream and stuff. But YouTubers, thanks. Bye.